You do not need a schoolroom to homeschool, so I don't have an extra designated room for homeschooling. So I put our homeschool books in my daughter Leia's room, and she's 3 years old, and half of her room is her room. The other half, we keep all our school books in here, and it's so convenient. So I have right here are their bedtime stories. And then I have some at the bottom and over here. And then my oldest books are here. He's 8 years old, and we read the Bible at night, as well as these other books. Sometimes he reads them, sometimes I read them. Then over here we have his second grade schoolwork, and all three of these cubbies are his schoolwork. And then I'm now going to put our new books that arrived. So as soon as we finish with other books, we will put them away. And then here is our new curriculum. So I'm going to be opening kindergarten later, but these are my third grade sons. And he does do fourth grade math because he is ahead on that one. This curriculum is Abeka. This is his history book, and this is something that he'll read part of it and I'll read part of it. We kind of do that together. It also has a workbook where you can answer questions and gives an opportunity for him to write. And there's also answer keys as well to make sure that it's all correct. Now let's open science. I love the Abeka Science because it comes with a reader, and then it also has a workbook that comes with it. I love that all the Abeka material comes in so many bright colors, so it keeps your child's attention. If it was just black and white and boring, it would be really hard for them to pay attention. It also has health, safety, and manners, and this is so helpful, as well as the science workbook, health and safety manners workbook, and of course, animals books. And like I said, just everything has so much color and pops where it actually brings their attention. So this one's like more of a journal book about animals where he's going to write about that. I remember when I first started homeschooling, I was a little overwhelmed because when I went onto the website to get the curriculum, I didn't even know where to start or what was needed. What I should buy, what I shouldn't buy, and all of that. And so by just following this curriculum, the Abeka curriculum, I'm opening the language right now, it has made a world of difference to just stick with one curriculum and follow all of that. And then now that I've been homeschooling for years now, maybe like 4 or 5 years, I've now branched off to also some other curriculum. So I also, even though I have a lot of Abeka, I do also include other curriculums. So I think it's easy for when you first start to stick with one thing and do all of their whole program, so that way you don't get confused. So this is the language book. I love to do the teacher keys. So here's the teacher planner or teacher key. And this is going to help show you what to do step by step. There's day 1 through day 70, and it's going to tell you exactly what pages you need to do in each and every book that they have. So there's no question, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? It's literally going to guide you step by step what pages to do in what book. And it even has lesson plans. It even puts in there what you can teach before they start their workbook, and literally gives you what to write on the board if you use a whiteboard. I love to use whiteboards. Some people might just sit with their kid one-on-one with a pen and a paper, but I'm a whiteboard girl. I just feel like it really keeps their attention when you set it up that way. They also have nice charts that you can use while you're teaching. So these are really helpful. So instead of using the whiteboard, there's a lot of good visuals and one you could just set in front of you to use as a guide. Now on to more history stuff. There are two different packets. There's the student packages of each subject, and then there's the parent kits. I should say student kit, like child kit, and then the teacher kit. The teacher kit is going to have lesson plans, and it also has answer keys. So everything you need to teach. Then the student kit is, of course, everything that they need to read and write, their notebooks and all of that. So when you see it's organized by kits, teacher kit, student kit, and then also I believe the teacher kit also comes with the visuals. For example, like say for history, it will have geography, maybe a map, right? Or for math, it might have measurements, like showing a cup versus a pint. All those visuals that a child can look at, and it can help them perform better at their work and study it, I guess you could say. Okay, now we have the health and safety manners, more of that. More visuals for science health charts, exploring God's world, and of course, I need the lesson plans. So I know a lot of people that don't use the lesson plans. Like, for instance, my husband was homeschooled all his life and he did Abeka, and that is what got me onto this particular curriculum. However, his mom didn't use the teacher keys. They just got the regular books and just did it. Just because on the bottom of the pages, it will say what lesson it is, 1 through 70. So I like to do the lesson plans because I don't want to question if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I want to make sure that I feel confident and I could check the boxes and just feel like, hey, I know that if he's not getting it, there's this lesson plan that I can go over with him. I also mix in YouTube videos. Say if I keep explaining something over and over and it's just not sinking in, then I will go to a YouTube video and type that in and have him watch several different videos explaining what I was trying to explain, and that always helps as well. I don't like to do a lot of YouTube videos and computer things. I do try and keep most of his education in books and paper because I feel like that just is so much easier to learn that way. Because I think that when so much stuff is digital, I use more digital for the entertainment space or maybe educational documentaries or videos. But other than that, all of his schooling is in books. And I like it that way because it's been working really good. Here we have another language book. This one is for him to write in. And of course, there's a teacher key so I can make sure he got them all correct. And this one is his phonics writing. It's actually a manuscript one. I am going to get him a cursive book to start practicing cursive. But Abeka starts cursive really young, and I'm not starting any kind of cursive until 3rd grade, which is now. Oh, I love this book. This is the comprehension book. So he reads a little thing and then answers comprehension questions. I find this really effective and helpful. And of course, we have his spelling book and poetry. It has all his spelling words in here, with also practice in using the spelling words. And then it has some poetry at the end. With the poetry, sometimes I read it and sometimes he reads it, and it's really fun. These readers are the best. Oh my goodness. I love Abeka's readers because it's not just them reading, but it has good morals in it and good stories. And of course, faith and Jesus. Just a really good Christian perspective. And as I've read them, as he has read them, to me, and it has questions at the end. There's also a reading guide with it if you want to introduce the story before you get into it. You don't have to, but that's always an option if you want to dig deeper into the readers and questions. But if you don't want to do that, you want to keep it simple, there's a few questions at the end of each book. Highly recommend Abeka. I've been using it for 4 years